Hello guys, this is Glenn from Sydney CBD Repair Centre, and today we have something epic for you. This is your ASUS ROG Phone 6 with a cracked display, and this is gonna be a complex one. So from a technical standpoint, the ROG Phone 6 is one of the most complicated smartphones to repair if you want to replace the display. Here you can just remove the back cover, and this is easier compared to other steps that we're gonna take on this repair video. First off, we're gonna remove this very frail flex cable attached to the back cover. We're gonna put that to the side and let go some of those screws that you can see on top. You have a retaining plate. You have several connectors that are connected to the first layer of board, and David is gonna take out some magnetic mat so that we don't lose any of the screws. We are also gonna perform some repair gymnastics while we extract additional parts. We're gonna lift this one up, and here you can just remove, you can barely remove first layer of board. Also have these button circuits. Also gonna remove the cover for the daughter board. I think this is the daughter board because it's the bottom part of the device. So the layout of this ROG Phone 6, as you can see, you have a board on top with the cameras, and then a battery, and then some boards. You have two layers of it in the middle, and then a battery. So the batteries are divided into two parts, and you have the daughter board that David is gonna be focusing on here. So what's complicated about the removal of the display is you remove this part, the daughter board, and then everything underneath the lower battery you also have to remove, of course. And you can see on the middle, on the right side, there's a connector. That's the display connector. So we have to lift off some components so that the battery can be lifted up. Right here, bunch of flex cables, and the battery, the lower battery, is gonna be lifted a bit so that we can just barely access the connector for the display right here. We're gonna peel that off. So remember when I told you that we're gonna perform some repair gymnastics, and this is where it comes into play. I'm gonna put some paper so that the battery will not stick back into the main housing. And right now, while everything on the back is hanging for dear life, we're gonna remove the display. Removal of the display is straightforward. If you've seen us fix some iPhones or other Samsung Galaxy smartphones, this is the same process. And we're gonna pull out the connector for the display through that slot on the housing. And the clever way that David has accomplished this is he didn't really remove the boards that we have talked about, just the components that needs to be out of the way so that we can access the connector for the display. So we haven't really tested if it's gonna work, but now we're gonna put liquid glue to attach the replacement display. This is a brand new one, by the way. And we're gonna route the connector for the display, position it, align it, and then press it in. So we turn back into the back portion where the complicated parts are located. We're gonna press the battery back. So we have connected the display connector, and then here we are gonna put back the daughter board. You really have to remember where the screws are removed from, so that when you reassemble everything, you know where a specific screw goes. So you don't just stop in the middle of fixing the smartphone and then come back tomorrow. This just enough time to forget where everything goes back, unless you recorded it yourself. But this is David here. He's very experienced. He's a professional, so yeah. If you're planning to DIY this type of repair, don't take it the wrong way, but this is not gonna work out well for you. This is way too complicated. If you have a good technician in your local area, or you want Sydney CBD Repair Centre to do the job for you, then just let David and your technician do the job for you. Less hassle, and you will keep your sanity, keep your ROG Phone 6 in good shape so that it can still be repaired. If you want to experiment, you can start off with something simple. This is not simple. This is very complicated, and I don't like seeing it disassembled anytime soon. But David here, with his genius and a lot of luck, has completed this repair successfully. So we're gonna attach the final flex cable into the board, and we're gonna close up this device. And by the way, look at that back cover though, very good looking. We're gonna start it off again, and it's working, thankfully. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys. This has been very fun, very scary kind of repair, and we'll see you again next time. Like and subscribe. Cheers.
If you want your smartphone fixed for a very reasonable price, you may contact Sydney CBD Repair Centre. We also provide mail-in repair services for customers outside of Australia or Sydney. Just message us so we can arrange the shipping of your device.